All right. Got some more interesting news today. Apparently, according to the website World Boxing News, Canelo Alvarez is planning to vacate the middleweight titles and move up either to 168 and eventually 175. So that's why I guess they made Jamel Charlo the WBC middleweight champion and they made Canelo Alvarez the franchise champion because also one of the benefits of being a franchise champion is when you move up in weight, you're basically an emeritus champion, meaning you could you could fight it for a world title in any weight class you move up. So let's read what Mauricio Suleiman had to say here. He said the WBC franchise champion designation has been established to provide a unique status to those fighters who prove to be an elite level in stature, said the WBC. Those who compete and have activity in multiple divisions, those who accomplish success in the ring and hold a proven and unquestionable stature in the boxing industry. The franchise champion designation is awarded exclusively by the World Boxing Council. It considers the mutual agreements between the WBC champion and his promoter. So basically, he goes on to say here, if I can find this here. Trying to find that quote where he says that he has the ability. Okay, so he says that Canelo's new position allows him to have a shot at Callum Smith, Anthony Durrell, or Alexander Vosdick because of okay. Let me see. Yeah. So basically, he has the ability to move up in weight and challenge for a title without even being ranked in that weight without even being ranked in that weight class. So I guess what they're also saying is that this Golovkin fight, if it happens in May, is going to be at 168. So no title is going to be on the line. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. So this is kind of odd how Canelo Alvarez has already decided to move up in weight. I guess he's looking to become a four division champion. He wants to get a title at 175 eventually, and I think he's the 168 regular champion, but he's not the official super champion. So we'll see what happens there. But either Golovkin or that Callum Smith fight looks like it's going to happen next. Those seem like the two choices right there. And then they're talking about him even moving up to 175 for Sergey Kovalev. So that'd be a huge step right there. That's a great fight, man. So basically, Callum Smith's already the WBC super middleweight champion. Vosdick's the WBC 175-pound champion. So all these fights are going to be open to Canelo Alvarez, man, because he has that status. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man, moving forward. We definitely know that now he's preparing to vacate the WBA and the IBF titles now, too. So he didn't stay. He's weight jumping very fast. He's not staying at middleweight very long. There's still a lot of great fights down there, though. Surprised he didn't want to fight Charlo. I'm surprised he didn't want to fight Andre. I'm really shocked here. What's up, D Style? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I like that video you did about Chael Sonnen, man. Chael Sonnen is just like everyone else over at ESPN. Now he's with ESPN. Those guys just look for clicks, man. They just say outrageous things just so they can get attention. He doesn't believe half the shit he says. We know that. We know that. We definitely know that. Yeah, so this is hey, what's going on, Denise? How you doing? I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. How's things going? Yeah, so this is fun, man. This is crazy, man. Canelo Alvarez. I'm curious to see, man. He's like barely like he's barely 5'8" for Christ's sakes. How good is he gonna be at like 168, 175? I actually think he beats Callum Smith, believe it or not. I think his inside game will definitely tell the story at in that fight. I think Callum Smith definitely needs space. He likes to throw straight punches. And I don't think his feet are very quick. He's definitely got a good jab, and like I said, he's good from a distance. But I think up close and in the mid range, I think Canelo would be able to outwork him at those two distances. So I like Canelo Alvarez against Callum Smith. Sergey Kovalev, maybe they're banking on him, being older and slowing down and not being in his prime. I don't know. 175 seems like a huge jump right now for Canelo Alvarez, to be perfectly honest with you. But it'll be interesting, man. Definitely be interesting. So that's the thing, man. Golden Boy is looking to move him up. WBC already gave him that franchise position, so wherever he goes, he can fight for a title. So this guy's fucking set. He's golden, bro. He's all set. He doesn't have to worry about shit, really. This guy's definitely all set. Yeah. Raven Nation says, if anyone supports what the WBC just did, you're insane. To be fair, he could have any fight he wants. Who would turn it down? But WBC looking ridiculous on this, says Team Batman Boxing. Yeah, I mean, he's the money man. So no matter where he goes, no one's going to say, hey, I'm not going to fight this guy. Because it automatically elevates you as a fighter if you fight Canelo Alvarez. You're already going to get a huge, huge payday. It's a mega fight. You're going to be, he's basically the star of the sport right now. He gets the most attention. He gets the most views. So if you're on the other side of a fight with Canelo Alvarez, you're going to get all that attention and all those views too. So it would only make sense, for a fighter to definitely jump at that and not turn that down. I wonder what Golovkin's thinking right now, though. Maybe I'm wondering if Golovkin and his team already had an inkling that probably that was the case, that they heard through the grapevine that Canelo was probably going to move up anyways, because that's why they had that fight with Steve Rolls. I think it was a 164 or 163 or 164 pound catch weight, if I'm not mistaken. So probably they already got the jump on this. They already got the heads up on this. So that's probably why they had the fight at the catch weight. And I said before too, even in the second Canelo fight, and Eric said the same thing, at the weigh-in, Triple G did look a little dry, did look a little drawn. So maybe it's better for both these guys to fight at 168. But again, Canelo does have that knee brace. So we have to ask ourselves, is there something wrong with Canelo's? Is it going to be an issue with his mobility? He did slow down in that second half of the Danny Jacobs fight. And he definitely did allow Danny Jacobs to make that fight close when he got off to a very, very quick start. So let's see if Canelo, has any issues with the added weight with that knee. Because again, the more weight on your knee, the worse it is for you. And it's not a great thing if you have a knee issue to carry extra weight. Because I have bad knees, and I know when I get above a certain weight, sometimes when I do certain things, I can feel it in my joints the next day. So, it's definitely something that you'd want to keep in mind here. And also too, with the added weight, how's that going to affect the stamina, if at all? Will it enhance the stamina because the weight cut won't be as bad? I mean, I'm sure the guy walks around at maybe 175, 180. But again, is that his optimum weight? Is he more effective being lighter as opposed to being heavy? Because again, he doesn't have the quickest feet in the world. So you add more weight to that 5'8" frame that he has, even if he is 5'8", because when he stood next to Floyd Mayweather, he looked shorter than Floyd Mayweather. You can even argue the guy's 5'7", 5'7" and a half. Not a big, tall. He's not a tall guy at all. So the more weight you pack on that frame, it's There's really no place to put it if you want to be honest. So that's the thing, man. I think he'll do good at 168. Maybe the 175 would probably be a one-off because I don't think he would. I don't know. It'd be tough for him to stay up there. To fight like a guy like David Benavidez. I think he'd have a hard time against a guy like David Benavidez. David Benavidez is the truth, man, in my opinion. But I think he can beat Callum Smith. No disrespect to Callum Smith. I just think that Canelo's hand speed and his ability to cut the ring off and fight on the inside and fight at that mid-range area, and because he's so fluid with his combinations, I could see him punching inside of punching inside and up and underneath and around those long punches of Callum Smith. I could see him threading the needle against a guy like Callum Smith and beating him to the punch. And, one thing I do think is possibly Canelo will be a harder puncher at 168. Whether or not he'll be able to have that stamina, like I said, and that hand speed, those are other things that you'd have to question. But I don't think the power is going to suffer at all as he moves up in weight, to be perfectly honest with you. Bingo says Canelo's ducking GGG because he knows he knows the only way he could beat him, especially not in Vegas. Yeah, but Canelo is the A side anyways. He's got the A side promoter, so we already know that the fight could be on Mars and the judges are going to favor Canelo. That's just the way it is, man. They favor Canelo against Trout, favor Canelo against Lara, and I don't think those fights were in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. So Canelo is the A side. He's always going to get that preferential treatment, in my opinion. I hate to say it. I hate to cast that shadow over doubt and the conspiracy theory and all that, but at the end of the day, A side, always trumps out over the B side. We already know that, guys. We definitely know that. So it is what it is. Whether the fight's in Vegas, whether it's in friggin' Timbuktu, that's the way it's gonna be. That's the way it's gonna be. Actually, the Lara fight was in Vegas, but the Trout fight was in Texas. So, Fanboy Killer says, "Well, safe to say Canelo ducked Andre." Well, yeah, I don't think Billy Joe and Andre. I think they knew that those weren't great style matchups for Canelo. I think they knew that. I think they definitely knew those weren't great style matchups for Canelo. And that's why those fights never happened, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion, but what do I know? Styles make fights, and Golden Boy, they're good matchmakers. We already know they're good matchmakers. And, we know they know what they're doing. They know how to move Canelo Alvarez. And obviously, basically, they're going to go where the money's at. They're going to go where the money's at. So if they don't have to, fight a tricky guy, then they're going to avoid fighting a tricky guy. They already know Canelo has a hard time with guys that move, stick and move, and stuff like that. So, no, Canelo didn't vacate the WBC to avoid drug tests. I mean, I'm sure he's going to fight for their other titles at higher weights, so he's not going to. Plus, Canelo's a Zavada guy anyway. He uses Vada. What's up, Corey Lee? How you doing, brother? Yeah, Canelo uses Vada. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if he fights Golovkin next or if he fights Callum Smith next. Because if they can't make that fight with Golovkin, then that Callum Smith fight looks very, very, very possible and very doable. Thank you, Corey Lee. Salute. Canelo versus Benavidez would be nice. I just said, yeah, I think Benavidez would be a step too much, though. I think that'd be a tough one for him. I think like I said, I think he beats Callum Smith. I don't think he beats Benavidez. I like Benavidez. I think Benavidez is a beast. He's a fucking tough dude to beat, man. He's a tough dude to beat, without question. He's no joke. Smith Benavidez, that's right, Team Batman Boston. That would be a fucking awesome fight. It's a shame we haven't seen any of these 168 pounders unify. And I know they did a World Boxing Super Series at 168, but if they had Benavidez in it, that would be fuck. That would have been awesome. If they had Zurdo Ramirez in it, Benavidez in it, now they could have had Caleb Plant in it. Now 168's fire now, man. It's fire. It's not quite 147, but it's fire. Yeah, Benavidez is tough, man. Benavidez is tough. He's quick. He's explosive. He's got fast hands. Punches in combination too. He's a fluid combination puncher too. He places his shots well. He's very versatile. He can fight inside. He can fight from distance. He's tough, man. He's no joke. I think he switches up too, man. Seeing him switch up. He's ambidextrous, from what if I remember correctly. So he's tough, man. He's no joke, man. He's definitely no joke. He's big too, man. He's big. A big dude. I can't wait for Benavidez to fight Anthony Durrell. That fight's fucking in September, bro. That's going to be a fucking awesome battle. 168's got some monster fights, no question. Monster fucking fights. I really freaking believe that. I definitely believe that. You got some monster ass fights, bro. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for now. Canelo Alvarez, surprisingly, is going to vacate those middleweight titles. Look for Golovkin at 168, or look for a title shot against Callum Smith. It'd be awesome if he got a title, and then he fought Golovkin with the title on the line. That'd be even better. But we'll see what happens, guys. Yeah, Eubanks the IBO champ, yo. All right, guys. Well, Eubanks can fight though, man. Eubanks look good, man. He looked good against what's his name there? Chunky. He looked good against what's his name? James DeGale. Yeah, he looked good against James DeGale. Did. All right, man. That's all I got for now. Beaver's out. Until next time, have a great day, and we will talk to you all soon. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.